derive that kind of that was going so good. Why? My lady, what? I wanted to set the Okay, so in this discussion, we're going to talk about why exactly do we associate our brand with a celebrity or a micro-influencer. Ushba is going to help us understand the importance of micro-influencers. In the meanwhile, I'll try to, make up for the celebrities out there.
I think whenever, as far as I worked and I've seen brands working, it's especially when brands want to talk to a certain niche community is when they pull in a micro influencer or any social media influencer of any kind. And this is exactly the reason why, if you want to have a long lasting impact with your community, where you want to keep them engaged and you want to have a very close knit community, that is the good time where you need to reach out to micro influencers.
Yes, but I'm confused. What exactly do you think is the relevance between your product and a celebrity? Because celebrity is itself a brand, and then your product has a brand of itself.
Yeah.
And then you combine the two. Why exactly do we do that? What's the significance of, what exactly is the win of this whole collaboration?
Okay, like so let's break it down. What makes a celebrity, right? It's their reach.
Yeah.
It's their mass appeal. It's the engagement that you think they can bring in. And a lot of brands, when you see them working with really, really big names such as Beyonce or even Kanye for some, or Kendall, it's because these sort of celebrities, they have a massive reach as far as the consumers are concerned, right? There's a wide appeal they have in their audience, and brands, they try to leverage off of that and try to pull in that audience in order to magnify their own presence in the market. And that is that, right? Whenever you're using a celebrity and you see their picture on a billboard, it's easier to catch your consumer's eye, right?
Yeah.
You see someone,
I will definitely notice a billboard with a huge celebrity that I follow than to just see the product on a billboard. I probably just go past it.
Yeah,
You don't even notice that.
you attach their persona with your brand, and then boom, you have a success story at that point.
But do you think it is also important that, the kind of brand values you hold should be resonated by the brand value that certain celebrity or micro-influencer hold, correct?
Yes, ideally, yes. But what I've also seen over the years is that since celebrities are so generic, they might not even be the subject matter experts in the brand in the brand that they're trying to promote, right? So let's say I use Kendall and I associate her with Nike. She's a fashion model. She has nothing to do with the sportswear brand, but because of her mass appeal, she is sort of relevant. But as far as her experience or expertise goes in that matter, she knows nothing. So this is where the importance or the benefit of smaller influencers comes into play. You see that they're subject matter experts. They have a proper community that you can communicate with. And a good point about influencers in general is that they have better engagement in the long term.
So let's move toward the next discussion, which is actually about, the billboards losing their kind of impact.
Yeah.
And now I don't remember, getting really attentive by a billboard with a celebrity on it. Because why do you think that is? Exactly what you were saying a few moments ago when you said the world is digitized.
Yeah.
The kind of trust we used to take out from, that brand value we saw on the billboard. Now we derive that kind of trust from a post of valuable, user-generated sort of a content that I see on my phone, and not exactly on, the prints or, the magazines or whatever. I don't think the prints have the same kind of value that it used to hold in, traditional sort of.
Yeah, I mean, magazines are more like collector's items right now at that point where it's something vintage. I'd say, sorry if someone doesn't agree with it, but it's that time where everything is online, right? And the reason why the impact that you were talking about, billboards, right? Or any other mass media, it's because people have lost their trust. because you feel that since the brand is as big as Pepsi or Coke or all these big brands, they have those kind of budgets where they can get really big celebrities. And that celebrity, though they're very good to look at, they might not have that connection.
Yeah, they appear like, sellouts.
Yeah,
You to big
exactly.
brands.
So we don't trust their word for it. You don't trust their expertise. You don't trust the connection they have with your brand. And another thing, I think that billboards don't have is that it's one-way communication. You look at it, but you can't really communicate with
Or engage with it.
Yeah. And the celebrity can't really, communicate back to you. They can't talk to you.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of I wouldn't say macro influencers, but mostly mid-tier to micro or niche influencers. They're able to communicate to
So this is, I like the point of the turn of events we have here, where we're discussing from, influence from actually celebrity marketing. Now we're discussing the influence, the power of micro influencer marketing.
Yeah.
So all those, because of the world being digitized, we see all those, loopholes there.
Yeah.
And what exactly is the solution to, what exactly is the best possible way to make our way to our consumer, who can actually trust us without, spending so much money on, and getting our product endorsed by a celebrity.
Yeah.
So the answer to that is actually micro influencers.
Yeah.
And Ushba, I think you can discuss better on that, how exactly micro influencers work, and what the collaboration entails, the finances involved in that, and the kind of metrics, the shift of metrics even. I Just before the recording of this, when we were preparing for the recording, I and Ushba were having a debate where I was constantly telling her that, celebrity endorsements have their own value. And she was convincing me that, it's actually the micro influencers marketing. And I was really convinced by the end of that discussion, because when she's brought up the term vanity metrics to, actual engagement, that's where it really clicked me that, that's true. Even if I talk about myself, I would really look at the engagement, not really, the number of followers, the number of likes, because the number of followers or likes is not really going to make any conversion.
Yeah.
People are looking at it, people are liking it for its appearance, but I'm not really sure they trust it for themselves.
Yeah.
And we don't understand anybody better than, people like us. If we start, we are no longer we are no longer those people who follow other people and follow the celebrities or whatever the kind of things they say. What we truly cherish and what we try to follow are the things that are said by by the people who are exactly like us, who are closely like us, or who hold the kind of values we internally hold. I'm pretty sure I don't hold the same values that Kylie Jenner or Beyonce or the celebrities she mentioned have. I'm a very different person than them. So I'm not going to look up to them when they endorse a product. I'm not going to use that product because it does not really resonate with me. Of course, it has my attention because I see them, and I see them just because I like seeing them.
Yeah.
But I don't follow them. I don't want to be like them. That's not the choice I want to make. So this is exactly how the audience really work for any product that any business owner has. We need to look at the audience, and then we need to look at the kind of influencers they're engaging with.
Yes. You could really know what kind of influencer you want. Yes, you can definitely set your budgets and everything. And if you don't want to go overboard, influencers that have 1K to, let's say, 10,000K followers, you can definitely go for them.
Yeah.
And if all you need to see is the kind of quality interactions they're having with with their audience, right? They can be subject matter experts, and they can also be more actively engaging with the community they have. And the added benefit that you have with micro influencers is that they have more stakes involved with their community. They really are involved in terms of what they're saying to their influencers, and actually they're really concerned to give a trusted opinion to their community.
Yeah, actually it brings me to the point where I want to mention the don'ts of, collaborating with a micro influencer, is that you need to see exactly what kind of influencer you're collaborating with. Let's say that, somebody, your product is based on the value of, plastic-free service or whatever, right? But then you see the same influencer that you're trying to collaborate with is using plastic in another picture that they have shared on their, on their Instagram or whatever. And then, your audience is going to see that, and they're not going to trust, neither are they going to be interested in your product, because first of all, they don't care about plastic, that audience. That's why they're engaging with that influencer. So that's exactly the kind of influencer you're not supposed to get just because they have good engagement.
Yeah.
Or, they have like good followers or whatever. You have to see the exact relevance of your product with that micro influencer, so that it has the exact kind of impact you have in mind or you're expecting.
Yeah. So, coming from where you just mentioned, like the vanity matrix, it looks really good on paper and on in front of you when you see that the likes are above 500 or I don't know, in thousands. But there's no way to know what quality that those likes and impressions have on your brand. And when it comes to celebrity influencers, I keep coming back to the same people. Let me change it a bit. So, for example, if I could talk about Justin Bieber, for example, or even Beyonce, these are celebrities who already have a lot of followers for years, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they post is going to get that likes anyway. Whatever, it could be anything they post, right? There's no,
It may even get purchased.
it may, because they have that.
But that will become a part of a trend, not something people would like to associate with long term.
Yeah.
And you want to associate with the product long term, right?
Yes.
So for that, I think I'm stepping on your foot here, Ushba. Just complete what you were saying.
I was going to say the exact same thing with smaller influencers. Their influence goes a long way. If I would just give an example for myself, I have started personally following micro influencers because I trust their word. And then I feel like that person also has stakes involved in that thing that they're promoting, since they do not want to lose their followers.
Yeah.
So they're always more honest and earnest about what they're putting forward to the community. And it's easy for me to actually reach out to them. I can actually drop them a message and get their honest feedback about it. And there's been so many accounts where they've actually taken out the time and given me their honest review about it.
Yeah.
And since I trust them for their word in whatever domain that they're talking about, I am more likely to continue purchasing that product that they've recommended. So, for example, my positive sentiment is attached to this person. Let's say if a very big celebrity, somewhere from the Kardashians, were to promote a beauty brand, right? But they have a beauty brand of their own. And how is it possible that they're promoting their own brand and then another?
Yeah.
So they don't have those kind of stakes. Yes, they will be doing it controversial again for the cash, which is why they lose their trust.
Yeah.
And there is no personal attachment for me and a lot of people I know with those kind of celebrities, right? We stop trusting them. We stop purchasing things that they talk about. And it's just very superficial. With influencers in your own community, it's much more deeper. Like what you just said, we want to follow like-minded people. We want to follow people who share the same values as us and who we can relate to. So it's really just about, as a brand, what kind of values you hold. Do you want to have long-term connection with your customers? Do you want to have a positive sentiment that actually matters with your customers, or you just want to have sales that are up for one time, one campaign, and then they're down again? So this is what you need to know.
Yeah. So we can conclude by saying that in 2023, this is going to be a world of, influencer marketing. The sense and sensibility have really shifted toward people making authentic relationships and really engaging with only that they can trust, and they don't really care about how things appear and how things seem like. They want to have a genuine opinion, and they only want to associate with people who resonate with them, the kind of values people have.
Yeah.
So,
And
everything, like from your product to your target audience to the micro influencer you choose, the brand values should all be same.
Yeah.
That's exactly where you need to have, the same, what's the right word for it? You have to be aligned.
Yes.
Right.
And then,
And if there is any loophole in there or any mismatch, there's a great possibility that the credibility of the whole process will be compromised.
And another thing that can help you understand the impact of influencers is how social media platforms itself. So there's Instagram, there's TikTok that's massive and is going to become massive. How they've adjusted themselves to video content, right?
Oh yeah, that's
User-generated content. It's the time of user-generated content. I mean, you can make content on your own. Just make
user-generated video
content. Yeah,
right, where people can see exactly the product, how it's exactly it's being used, and they can understand. They can get the sense of the lifestyle it follows.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just going to grow. The whole shift to video content or video format just tells you how easy it is for smaller groups to come together and talk about one brand, and people to make real connections with what they want to buy.
Yeah, so 2023 is really about quality and aesthetic. So that's exactly what we need to go for. And it's not really about the appearances anymore or, the famous celebrities, which in no way is a bad thing. But, it holds its own significance. And maybe it's great for bigger brands that have the same kind of value that, a brand like a big celebrity has. But for smaller businesses and in fact, even for brands like Coke, I've seen them collaborating with micro-influencers. Not micro, but macro influencers where, they're promoting their product.
To have communities on their own. You don't really have to. It's not just, it's not limiting to micro influencer of their own. It's about people with loyal communities, people who have more trust in the people, among the people that follow them. So don't be shy from reaching them out thinking that they're not going to have an impact. If the brand aligns with the people that you want to connect with or pair up with, go for it.
Yeah. So 2023 is the time where quality, just like I said, quality is over quantity, and as people look for authenticity, not really for connection or how things appear on the screens or whatever. They're actually interested in the actual experience or the lifestyle that experience follows.
Yeah. So do not shy away from making that connection with your consumers and
introduce influencer marketing to your strategy.
Yes. Until next time.
Thank you.
Bye bye.